Hey, Nikki Brown here, no matter where you are. And no matter what I hope you're having a good day. Let's just say that. So, in general, people have communication issues, right? Disagreements even. That is especially true via email, text, or on social media. We cannot read each other's tone or temperament. And so if someone reads something, they will automatically or may automatically interpret it as someone is upset or has an attitude because they're reading it with an attitude, right? And it's funny to me how someone can ask a question and another person will get upset because they're asking the question and make all some sorts of accusations. Then they start name calling, and it's so crazy. So these communication issues are especially true during a retrograde, which is what we're dealing with right now. The planet Mercury controls communication. So lots of communication issues, whether it be with a person, with technology, communication issues happen during Mercury retrograde. This particular retrograde will be over on September 15th. I think today is the 9th. And then the post-shadow period will last until September 30th, if I am not mistaken. So during this time, you may get a lot of calls from exes or people who you were interested in. You're not supposed to sign contracts. You're not supposed to start dating anyone new. There are different things that you should or should not do during a retrograde, right? The reason I bring this up is because I had a question. So a guy posted on social media. His question was, something along the lines of asking a woman what she has to bring to the table, right? I have never had a man ask me that. So, to me, it seems like a weird question, right? I was told by a guy, that's probably because, that basically what I have to bring to the table is obvious. So that may be why I've never been asked that question. And it seems, and he went on to say that it's basically kind of for the women who don't show themselves approved. Like, they have nothing going on. They have no ambition. They have no drive. Those were not his exact words, but that's basically summarizes what was said, right? And so I'm like, okay. And then I went on to kind of do some further research because I just wasn't getting the answers that I want. Because again, my question was basically, it's not an exact quote, but basically, doesn't it make more sense to get to know each other? I was just curious because in my mind, if you ask someone, what do you have to bring to the table, that would give them the opportunity to be dishonest. And I attempted to explain that, and I was basically told that I was triggered, and that if I don't know what a real man is asking, a whole bunch of to the left stuff. Like, it didn't even make sense to me. I asked a simple question. Basically, does it not make more sense to get to know each other? That's it. Because again, I feel like you can ask someone a question like that and they may give the right answer. I recall talking to one of my male friends. This has been some time ago. And I don't know if he asked that question, but maybe he asked something similar, right? And the woman, maybe he didn't ask. Maybe it just, that came out in conversation. I don't remember it because it's been years. Anyway, the woman said that, she cooks and she, whatever, right? And after a certain period of time, once, I guess she felt like she got him where she needed him to be, she stopped cooking. So it's like she just gave him an answer until she got what she wanted. And once she felt like she got what she wanted, or he wasn't going to go anywhere, she became who she really was. So my whole thing is, people can pretend for a long time. People can lie. People can come up, a person, and this could be male or female, but right now I'm talking about females. A woman can come up with a good answer that will satisfy him and make him want to get to know her, and it could be a lie. And so to me, it kind of doesn't make sense to ask that question. To me, it makes more sense to get to know a person. So I'm just curious, what do you think? Do you think you should ask that question and proceed with someone based on their answer? Or do you think you should just take your time to get to know someone and see how they behave? Another guy said, well, men don't want to waste their time. And I understand that, but I kind of feel like we see the red flags and non-negotiable behaviors in the beginning. So I feel like if somebody's going to be a waste of time, that is already obvious. And so you either proceed with that person or you don't. And so if you see red flags or non-negotiable behaviors, why not just walk away at that moment instead of asking, well, what do you have to bring to the table? Because there was a sister who said, basically, he's being shady because he knows that, you know, she doesn't have anything to offer. So he's just curious as to what her answer is going to be. Something along those lines. So in my opinion, if you already see the red flags and the non-negotiable behaviors, then why even ask that question? Why not either just walk away at that moment, or take your time and get to know her? Because I'm of the school of thought, and I know some people disagree with it, because a lot of people are ready to have sex, right? They don't want to wait, and I get that. But let's just say, for example, you meet someone at work. Before you even ask this person out, in my opinion, you should analyze this person for at least 6 months to a year. Now, they might not tell their personal business, and you may not know all their thought patterns, but you will see how they treat other people, how they interact with other people. And in my mind, that's going to tell you everything you need to know. So in your opinion, if you decide to respond to this video, and don't forget to like, comment, share, or subscribe. In your opinion, is it better for you to ask a question like that, even if it's not the same exact question, even if it's a question about a different topic, right? Does it make more sense to ask a question like that? Or does it make more sense to just get to know someone, even if it's not 6 months to a year, right? Does it not make more sense to get to know someone to see how they interact with you and other people? Let me know what you think. Love y'all.